Everybody, now we are going to see the coffee. Okay, tea is finished. Now we are going to see the coffee. Okay, so coffee is a seed of cultivated variety of Coffea arabica or Coffea liberica and Coffea robusta. The beverage coffee is the liquid made from the roasted bean by a number of processes commonly known as a percolation, decoction, and infusion. The process of roasting caramelized the sugar, reduces the moisture content, and develops the characteristic flavor of the coffee. Small amount of coffee is lost in the roasting process. So, of the many species of coffee, tree species is commercially important. Okay, so Coffee Arabica, which supplies the largest and best quality coffee to us. Okay, some of which are not that much useful. So, components of the coffee, first is the caffeine. What is caffeine? Is the most it is a major pharmacological active compound found in the coffee. A typical cup of a coffee provides approximately 700 milligram of caffeine. It is a methylxanthin with bitter characteristics. The metabolites of a caffeine are 1-methylxanthin and the 1-methyl urate exhibit antioxidant activity in vitro. Antioxidant activities or antioxidant present in the coffee are, coffee is naturally contains tremendous number of chemicals that displace the antioxidant properties. The most abundant phenolic compound are the chlorogenic acid, which account about 12% of dry weight of a green unroasted coffee bean and also give a bitter taste to the coffee, and that acts as a very strong antioxidant agent. Few more are there, but this is a predominant. Okay, and having abundant quantity. Then diterpenes are there, cafestol and caveol are the diterpene which are naturally present in the coffee oil. These bioactive compounds are salts or the esters of saturated and unsaturated fatty acid. Coffee diterpenes have exhibited anti-carcinogenic and hepatoprotective properties in vitro. Okay, so carbohydrates are also there. So they are the major constituent consisting of poly, oligo, and di and monosaccharide. So they are the precursor of Maillard's reaction and caramelization, which are important for the color and aroma development in the coffee. Okay, so proteins, peptides, and free amino acids are also there. They are vital for the coffee. Okay, the flavor and serve as a precursor for the formation of volatile compounds like a furan, pyrrole, aldehyde, and melanodins. Okay, so melanodins are the responsible for color and antioxidant activity of the coffee. Coffee is not a good nutritional source of protein as it lacks the essential amino acids. But some minerals are there like potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, along with 30 different elements like sodium, calcium, sulfur, trace elements like zinc, strontium, silicon, manganese, iron, copper, barium, boron, and aluminum is also present as a mineral in the coffee. So lipids, the lipid fraction is mainly composed of triglycerol, free fatty acids, sterols, esterifieds, and then the 2.2% unesterified with the fatty acids. So that are present. The tocopherol is also present. It also contains diterpenes, then coffodiol and rabiol. The fatty acids are mostly unsaturated. Other compound in the coffee during the processing and storage of coffee bean, other compounds like ochratoxins A, then acrylamide and furan are formed. Ochratoxin A is a mycotoxin produced by the molds that can develop on badly stored coffee beans. The ochratoxin A is, that is there. Then acrylamides are also there. They are formed through the high temperature roasting of coffee beans, and it is a potentially carcinogenic compound. And many coffee industries are need to be monitored regularly for to check such compounds whether they are present in the coffee or not. Then furans are also there. They are also having a very highly carcinogenic nature. So the industries are made mandatory to remove such carcinogenic substances from the coffee so that that coffee should be good for the people to drink. Okay, so soluble dietary fibers, like that are also there. They are the polysaccharide that increases the viscosity of the tube. Galactomannans and galactans are present in the coffee. So volatile compounds, about 100 different volatile compounds are present in the coffee, like ester, alcohol, aldehyde, and hydrocarbons are abundantly found. Then ketone, furan, pyrazines, sulfur compounds, and many more are there. Okay, so that was what the composition of coffee. Now we'll go through the role of chicory in the coffee. So what is a chicory? It is well-known substitute for the coffee, often used for the blending up to 50% with the coffee in liquid coffee extract. So it gives a bitterness to the coffee beverages, which some people find refreshing. And the part of the plant used is a root. Okay, chicory root comes from the perennial herbaceous plant of the dandelion family called chicory that usually has a bright blue flower. Chicory root is bit wood like fibrous in the nature. Chicory root is an inulin, a type of plant use based carbohydrate that cannot be broken down by human digestive system. Okay, and it is often used in the high fiber and gluten free products. So it is most commonly roasted, ground, and added to the. It is most commonly roasted, ground, and added to the coffee. It is a cheaper substitute for the caffeine minus caffeine. Okay, or for the coffee. So it contains inulin, which is a powerful probiotic. Inulin acts as a natural fiber and promotes the digestion and secretion of the many gastric juices. It is said to sweep out the free radical from the body. The sedative qualities are helpful in lowering the anxiety and stress of human being. It is rich in polyphenol that makes it good antioxidant. It helps to remove the toxin from the body, keeping the body clean and free from the harmful substances. A chicory contain on average 13.3% moisture, 4.4% minerals, 68.4% carbohydrate, 1.6% fats, then 6.8% crude protein, 5.5% crude fiber, and provides an extract which is 64.6% soluble in the water. Okay, so some adulterants are there in the coffee that can be easily detected, like general cereal or starch is there. Then some stones are there, persimmon stones, and chicory is there. So some more are there, like a chicory, caramel, roasted grains such as corn, wheat, and root and seeds of dandelion, and then turnips, beans, and beans, right? So we can see first detection of cereal and starch. We are going to take 1/4 of a spoon of coffee powder in a test tube, then add a 3 ml of distilled water. Heat it till the color is developed. Add a solution of a potassium permanganate and muriatic acid, that is 1:1 proportion, to the decolorization of the mixture or the above mixture. Add a drop of 1% aqueous solution of iodine. If blue color appears, it indicates the presence of starch or cereal. Then scorch persimmon stone. Spread 1 teaspoon of a coffee powder on a moisture blotting paper and slowly pour 3 ml of 2% aqueous solution of sodium carbonate on it. The appearance of red color indicates the presence of scorched persimmon stone. Then a chicory is there. It is one of the most common adulterant added to the coffee, and there are several methods for detection of chicory. So gently sprinkle coffee powder on the surface of water in a glass. If coffee is there, that floats on the water. If chicory is there, that will sink down and settle down in the water, and it will give a kind of color to the water. In this way, we can detect the different adulterants from the coffee. Okay, as total part is theoretical, that's why I'm just making some lectures in a fast manner, because that will take too much time. So this is the so far I have completed half unit, and more than 12 to 13 lectures are just required to complete half of the unit. Remaining half will take again same number of lecture. Okay, that's why. So it's a totally theoretical part. You need to listen the lecture again and again. So intentionally lectures are also made smaller. Okay, or the and at the max 20 minutes are there per lecture, and minimum from 5 minutes. Okay, so better way to listen the lecture again and again. After this, I am going to continue the topic cosmetic. So this is the next half part of this unit. Thank you.